Hey guys, in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to use a couple new tools, a little more advanced but not terribly difficult. A couple new tools, the Eyedropper and Bucket, the Select Similar tool, and the Attribute Mapping tools. These you probably won't use every day, but you could. There's some pretty, when you get into bigger drawings, they can be pretty powerful tools. So let's take a look. Um, well, through the past videos, we've pretty much learned how to make the objects. Okay, we've learned how to uh, put things together. Okay, um, now we're going to learn how to start manipulating them. Okay, and that's why we're going to use the eyedropper tool and the bucket. And what the eyedropper tool is let's say you have something, an object that you have set up exactly the way you want it, like this rectangle. I have it with this cool fill and a thick red line, and I want to go through and I want to do this I want to make the same. I want to have this polygon look exactly the same as a rectangle but still be a polygon. Okay, in this instance it's like 3 or 4 mouse clicks, but if you had something really complicated that you wanted to copy over all the attributes, you could do it with the eyedropper and the paint bucket. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the eyedropper, and I'm going to come up here and it changes to a paint bucket. First thing you have to do is you have to pick up the attributes with the eyedropper, and you can come over here to the preferences, and these are all the different things that you can pick up if you wanted to. You could turn some of these off. You can make custom eyedroppers, so you can, if you only want to pick up certain items. So this is really powerful. Right now it's pretty much set to pick up everything. So I'm going to click on OK, and I'm just going to click on this object. Okay, I think I have it. I'm going to click again just to be sure. Okay, now I'm going to come back to the paint bucket, come over here and click on the polygon, and look at that. It transferred all of those settings onto the polygon. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a pretty useful setting. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Select Similar tool. And again, on some of these simpler drawings you're going to do, it's not that useful. When you get into bigger drawings for the theater students, like light plots, things like that, when you get into selects, when you have a bunch of lights, you want to select all the 26 degrees. This is a really cool tool. So let's take a look at Select Similar. And again, we come up here to the preferences, and again, you can set up what you want to select. Okay, how you want them to select, and I'm having it select colors and weights and styles. So I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to click. I want to select all the rectangles. So now it might select this polygon too. Let's see. I want to select everything that has the same fill and background and everything. And again, here you can just go click, click, click and pick them up. But pretend there's thousands of these and they're spread out over a whole drawing. So we're going to click on it, and okay, all it did was it picked up the rectangle. So I must have the shape selected too. But again, this is a terribly useful tool if you are working on a big drawing. I'm going to go back to the eyedropper here just for a second, and it'll also work on text. I drop the text. I want to change it to this down here. Go back to the dropper, and it changed the font. That is really cool. I think that's pretty neat. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to we're going to use the attribute mapping tool. I'm going to show you how to do a couple different attributes here. The one I'm actually going to show you is the gradient. Okay, so I clicked on the gradient fill, and now I can select this, and we can decide what kind of fill we want. We can make our own. I'm going to select this foliage green right here. That's kind of nice, looking like Green Bay Packers a little. But let's say you don't want it to go that gradient to go across. You want it to go up and down, or you want it to go at an angle. Well, this is where you come to this attribute mapping and move, resize, or rotate the selected hatch, tile, gradient, or image fill. So here we are. and I just kind of drag this guy down like this, and you see how I'm manipulating this? That's just how it was before. I can pull this through if you want to make it a really, mostly green. You want to make it like that. You can play around with that any kind of way you want, and that, again, you're going to need this when you need it. I'm sure you know what I mean there, but I can't think of any specific instances when you want to use this. But when you do want to use it, it's pretty helpful. So those are some pretty neat things. The eyedropper and the bucket, the select similar tool, and the attribute mapping tools. Good stuff. Happy drafting.